Good morning. Ira Epstein with your morning flash update for this Friday. And we're now on the 15th of March, 2019, about 9:22 a.m. Central Daylight Time. As you can see, a mixed bag in the stock market. Metals suddenly popped up. I know I've been knock on my door has been happening here. Ira, what's going on in the metals? I don't have a story to tell you, actually. Dollar maybe is the cause, down 27 as the foreign currencies are lifting up against it. We've had news today, of course, of that tragedy in New Zealand, 49 people killed by a crazed person, 20 shot. North Korea is threatening to just at least not Kim Jong-un, but just under him. They're saying enough with this. We're going back to our missile testing, our nuclear reactor programs, leaving the door open for President Trump and Mr. Kim Jong-un to get together and maybe smooth things out a little bit. I'm hearing good progress on Chinese-U.S. trade talks today on the wires. There was a major purchase today of pork. Remember, we've been talking with, if you're watching my afternoon videos, Vietnam can't sell pork. Now they're coming out with numbers that the sow herd is down 19% from a year ago. In China itself, they need pork. They just bought about 23,000 metric tons of pork, the first shipment, even with the tariff situation. So there's things happening there. On the energy sector, a correction. You're into a resistance zone. Grains, a pop. You know, they got to be wondering if pork's being bought, what's that going to mean for the grain market? And notice what's happening right here. The economic reports, and I'll show them to you in a minute, they're still keeping interest rates very low. Whenever you go up in the futures, it's an inversion market. So that means that real rates have done what? Real rates are, falling. Here's where you're at. University of Michigan consumer sentiment. I think this came out real good. 97.8 versus February's 93.8. They were only expecting 95.3. Current conditions improved. I think they would. World's not doing too bad. Even with President Trump losing in the Senate yesterday, okay, he'll veto it and he'll get his wall money. 111.2 to 105.8. Expectation index up 5 points to 89.2. Here's the numbers that bothered the market. U.S. industrial production only up 1/10. They were expecting up 3/10. Capacity utilization 2/10 less than what the market was looking for. When you come to industrial production revised from January, a little worse, down to 4/10 down. Prior was 6/10. In other words, it's not as bad as it was. Maybe that's the wrong grammar that I'm using here. Even the utilization was up 1/10. Then we came to the Empire State Manufacturing Survey, and this is not a good number. Yeah, you have one stellar in the employment index, but if you go through the rest of the numbers, as a group, they're on the lower side. Labor Department said that the U.S. job openings have ticked up to 7.5 million in January, just below record levels. Bank of Japan did nothing today with its monetary rate. They give you the lip talk, but they didn't do a thing to change it. Ag Ministry released data about the pig crop in China, as I said, and the crop itself was off 16%, but the sow herd shrank by 20. You need those sows in order to breed. China's purchase of pork, 23,800 metric tons last week. That is why you've had 5 days in a row. You went limit up today in the hogs on this news. Fitch is reporting stronger Chinese consumption will likely see a deficit in copper this year, almost double to the 85,000 tons from the 45,000 last year. And you have to ask yourself what happens if the U.S.-Chinese trade comes on and if U.S. throws a lot more money at its infrastructure to get its economy rolling. Then the IEA issued a report that confirmed Thursday's figures that OPEC, its crude oil output fell again in January and now by 240,000 barrels, but the rate of slowdown is not as strong as it was in January. Just keep that in the back of your mind. And you can read where it's at. This is the lowest level in 4 years. So they're doing what they said. They are cutting back. We're doing what we say, which means we're including what? We're increasing our production. You know, if you're like me, you wake up or you go to sleep and you want to put on a trade, you don't know, should I put it on? Is this the right thing? I've done my analysis. I wish I had something else to bounce an idea off of. I've come up with that. In the mornings at 8:30, I record a video. I cover 40 charts, actually now more, because I'm doing ETFs in the morning too. And on those, I'm giving you what I see using moving averages, slow stochastics, the oscillator that I see in them, talking inside days, outside days. I cover the whole spectrum of major commodities, and I do it in a way so you can pull on the bottom of the recording and just go to the area you want. You're not forced to look at every single thing. I'm going to tell you the chart action, what I think the pros are doing in the market, technical and fundamental analysis. You'll get the peaks of what I've got at that point by 8:30 so that you know them, and I'm one to throw out a lot of trade ideas at you, and you will get those trade ideas right along with this. So if you think about 26 cents a day, it's worth you giving it a try for 30 days. Come on. I think it makes sense. If you're watching these videos, obviously that makes sense. I think that you'll like what you see. After that, price goes up to $15 a month, or you can take a one-year subscription for $13 a month per year. For the year, it's what, $150? A lot less. It's 3 cents in corn. How do you get it? Call my staff. You can go to our website. Under the website, either go to Research or Education, Ira's Morning Subscriber video. It's in both sections. Click it. It tells you all about it, what you've got, and yes, you can quit at any time that you want. I'm Ira Epstein. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in my end of the day videos a little later today. Take care now.